Good morning and greetings from Northumberland. It's just about sunrise on the 18th of January, and I was caused to think again about what I said to you yesterday. I was, as you know, speaking here from the prayer corner about the way in which our prayer and our encounter with God have been such an important part of this time. And then I realised what the actual date was. I'd announced the date, but I was thinking of the Sunday. Yesterday was the 17th of January, and it's the feast of St. Anthony. And those of you who look at my prayers will know that this icon of St. Anthony is there in my prayer corner. It was a present from a colleague a few years ago who brought it back because, of course, I'm an Anthony as well. And it's the classical icon of St. Anthony, the patron saint of people who wear hoodies as well as everything else. But what Anthony was, of course, was not the first, but one of the early and most influential monastic figures in the Coptic and the Egyptian church. He took seriously the message in Matthew to sell all that he had and to go off and to be a follower of Jesus in solitude and in the desert. And of course, in seeking solitude, he became a great influencer of people around him. He was, they didn't have the title influencer then because they didn't have Facebook and Twitter, but he was a great influencer, and a community arose around him, and many made the journey to see him for him to help and advise them. But his influence was in the way we lived our lives. And one of the things that is part of the monastic tradition, of which he is one of the original members, is the idea that our lives need balance. I was talking to someone on Saturday who said that for him, during this time of lockdown, one of the things that's been crucially important is to find structure in his life. So, for example, to do some jobs every day in the morning, but not to do too many, and then to stop and to do something else. And I think that's a very important message for us all at any time, but also in these difficult times, to find structure in our lives. And of course, monastic communities are built around structure, whether it's the rule of St. Benedict or any other rule. The idea is there that during the course of the day, there will be certain elements. There will be meals, there will be prayer, there will be study, there will be work, there will be recreation. And if you think of those structures, they're very important to us. Very important to us at any time, and particularly very important to us in these difficult times. So to start and to end the day with prayer, to have some sort of work that we're doing every day, to have time to relax and to reflect. They're all part of the structure that makes up a day, and that enables us to not only survive, but to still be able to flourish in these difficult times. And that's very important. Of course, there are some people for whom structure has been lost because they are so incredibly busy. I think of our health workers and ambulance drivers and other key workers who are under too much pressure, and they too will need to find time for rest and the opportunity to recover. But for many of us for whom the old structures have disappeared because of the pandemic, we need to make sure that we build healthy structures in our lives. And for the Christian, they must be around prayer, around Christian action, around study, around our work, so that our lives are stable and focused on God and on loving our neighbours. And in the great monastic figures, St. Anthony, St. Benedict, St. Francis, we find these structures that can help us at this time. May God bless us as we continue to balance our lives and to live them for God and these difficult times.